Hello traders and welcome to another video analysis. Today is Wednesday 15th of the September 2021. Let's begin with a look at the economic calendar for today. So what do we have in the calendar? Data from China has been already digested by the market participants. Fixed asset investment was worse than expected, 8.9% versus 9.1%, and worse than a month ago, 10.3%. Industrial production is going down from 6.4% on a yearly basis to 5.3%, which is even worse than expected number of 5.8%. Retail sales are going down from 8.5% last month to 2.5%. So this is a really interesting slide in China. Unemployment rate is at the same level of 5.1%. So Chinese data not looking good, guys. We have a bunch of data from UK in form of the consumer price index and the PPI input, PPI output. As you can see, the consumer price index is expected to increase from 0% to 0.5%. Okay, so in 26 minutes we will see how this exactly will turn out, how this data will be published. So definitely take a look at the British pound today. There's a plenty of the consumer price index data from across the Eurozone, and the industrial production data from Eurozone scheduled for release at 11 o'clock. Of course, we have the consumer price index data scheduled for release at 2:30 from Canada. Here there is a decrease expected from 0.3% to 0.1%, so no really inflationary pressure here. Of course, all of the sub indices are here as well. We have the industrial production and the capacity utilization and manufacturing production data from the US, scheduled for release 3:15. As you can see, and for all of you crude oil traders, we have crude oil inventories scheduled for release 4:30. So in terms of the economic news, plenty of data to be digested by the market participants. Not quite sure how the market is reacting on the Chinese data, so maybe we will take a look at gold later, but we will definitely start with the UK ahead of the data. So we have another very interesting candle here. This is daily time frame chart, and this candle is very bearish because it has another long shadow from the upside, just as this one and this one. So the level of 1.3892, the previous technical resistance, and a high from the 9th of the September 2021 is still working. Is still the bears are still using this level as a level where they can enter and push the price lower. The support of 1.3792 keeps working as well, but definitely as long as we will not break above 1.3892, there is no chance for this market to go higher towards 1.4 level. So if this is the battle of this the trend line here, then it looks like due to the bearish pressure here, we might visit lower levels like 1.3716, and then of course the lows of July 2021, those lows are 1.3568 again, and that's very bearish situation here. So bulls must try to break higher They tried 3 times, they failed, including yesterday. So data from today, if this data will be worse than expected, we might see some kind of a sell-off on the British pound. Gold. Gold is the market related to the Chinese economy. They very much like gold, they trade gold, and it looks like we've been testing this trend line here. We have a bounce above the $1,801. Local high was of course capped by the technical resistance at $1,880, but it looks like this long shadow is telling us that we want to go higher on gold. Let's just put some technical support here, because it looks like market recognized the level of 1,780. This is kind of an interesting level for gold traders, and for now we are trying to break back the technical resistances, 1,808, 1,824, 1,833, which is the high of the 3rd of the September. If we break it, then of course there are other targets here, but definitely we need more dynamic moves to the upside. So it looks like 1,780 is now technical support recognized and tested. Market is ready to move higher. We just need a bigger momentum here. So that was the gold. Let's take a look at another related market, the Canadian dollar, US dollar to the Canadian dollar, because of the Canadian data. So what do we have here? Last decline 3.5%, shallow bounce ahead of the 50% of the this wave down here. But otherwise, then this momentum is, as you can see, look, it's still kind of a positive despite this recent dip here. And of course, we are trading inside of this channel. We are back inside of the channel, and the next target is 1.2806. This is the technical resistance. And then, of course, if there is still bearish pressure around 1.2928, but if bulls will break above this level and hit 1.2996, basically 1.3, then of course the up move might be continued even higher. For now, they are hovering around 1.2655, 1.2685. That's okay, around the edge of this lower trend line here, but they still need to move higher. It looks like the momentum is still positive. It's not that strong, but it's enough to push the price higher. So this is the move we might be waiting for, and the data might be a trigger to the upside. And the last one for today is the Ethereum market. Let's take a look what is going on this cryptocurrency after this very big slide from $4,000 to $3,000. So that's a $1,000 slide. 25% or more had been made here. Since then, 3,601 is let me just adjust our targets. 3,564 is the highest level of a bounce, and then of course after such a dynamic move down, there is a bounce, but then the bears are still trying to push it lower, and the ideal situation for bears is to build a kind of a right shoulder here, because this might be the left, this might be the head, this might be the right shoulder, and then push it down below $3,000 and below the last level of support, $3,897. The next target would be easily $2,400. So that might be the scenario for the Ethereum in the coming days. We just cannot break above 3,564 again. Any breakout above this level would likely simply invalidate this scenario. Let me just put a kind of a let's say a neckline here. Okay, so this is our neckline. We should build the right shoulder here and then move it lower. As you can see here, the momentum is neutral. We are hovering up and down around the level of 50, so there is still a battle here. We will see who will win. It looks like the bears are winning, and they are building the right shoulder of the head and shoulder pattern, which is a termination pattern, the trend termination pattern. What is the trend? The trend is up. The trend might be terminated, and the price might go down towards $2,401. That's everything for me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys tomorrow. So take care and bye bye.